Hello students, myself Shitan Mahade, and today we are going to learn second lesson of geography, which is let us use the gratitude. Module 1. Before we start today's session, let's discuss learning objectives and keywords of Module 1. Students, today we will learn how to describe the location of a place on the earth. We will also study how to describe the extent of the region on the earth. At the end, we are going to discuss how to describe the extent of linear features like road, river, etc. on the earth. Now students, observe the given diagram. The equator bisects the earth into north and south parts. The one to the north is called northern hemisphere, whereas the one to the south is called the southern hemisphere. There are 90 parallels of latitude in the northern hemisphere. Similarly, there are 90 parallels of latitude in the southern hemisphere. So students, there are 180 parallels of latitude on the earth. Students, here in the diagram, you can observe 0-degree meridian is known as prime meridian and 180 meridian lie opposite on the globe. These 0-degree and 180-degree meridians form a circle on the earth. This circle divides the earth into the eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. There are 180 meridians of longitude in the eastern hemisphere, as well as there are 180 meridians of longitude in the western hemisphere. So students, there are 360 meridians of longitude on the earth. The parallels and meridians on the globe form a net that is called a graticule. This facilitates determining the location of a particular place. Students, when we talk about various places, regions, rivers, roads, etc., we are actually talking with reference to the earth. The location of a place, the extent of a region, and the extent of any linear feature like a river, road, etc. can be described precisely with the help of parallels and meridians. Let us see how to use the graticule for this purpose. Few questions are there in the beginning of the lesson. You have to observe the given world map and answer the questions. The first question is, what are the horizontal lines on the globe called? The horizontal lines on the globe called parallels of latitude. The next question is, list the continents and oceans through which the equator passes. Students, observe the given world map. The equator is highlighted in the map. Now observe through which the equator passes. The equator passes through the following continents: South America, Africa, and Asia. Now let's talk about oceans. The equator passes through following oceans: Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and Indian Ocean. Another question is, which oceans are spread in all the 4 hemispheres? Now students, observe the given world map. Observe 5 important oceans on the earth. Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean are spread in all the 4 hemispheres. The next question is, which continents are spread in all 4 hemispheres? Students, observe the given world map. There are 7 continents on the earth. Now observe which continent is spread in all the 4 hemispheres. Students, there is no continent is spread in all 4 hemispheres. The another question is, at which 2 parallels do all the meridians converge? Students, converge means at which 2 parallels all the meridians come together. Answer of this question is, all the meridians are converge at the North Pole and the South Pole. Students, when we talk about various places, regions, rivers, roads, etc., we are actually talking with reference to the earth. The location of a place, the extent of a region, and the extent of any linear feature like river, road, etc. can be described precisely with the help of parallels and meridians. Let us see how to use the graticule for this purpose. Students, while describing the location of a particular place, we need to consider only one parallel and one meridian. Students, here for example, the location of Delhi city is given. Observe the map of Delhi city. The horizontal line is representing parallel of latitude, whereas the vertical line is representing meridian of longitude. Delhi is located at 28 degrees 30 minutes 50 seconds north latitude and 77 degrees 12 minutes 3 seconds east longitude. Students, for describing the extent of a region, we need to consider 2 parallels and 2 meridians at the extreme ends of the region. We have to consider boundaries of a particular region. In this world map, Australia is highlighted with red color. The location of Australia is below the equator. It means it is in southern hemisphere and it is at right side of the prime meridian. It means it is in the eastern hemisphere. So, the location points of Australia are south and east. So, latitude will be represented by S and longitude will be represented by E. Now students, observe the map of Australia. The extent of Australia is shown with the help of green arrows. Now we have to consider extreme ends of Australia. The horizontal lines are representing parallels of latitude, whereas vertical lines are representing meridians of longitude. The extent of Australia is described as 10 degree 30 minutes south to 43 degree 39 minutes south latitude and 113 degree east to 153 degree east longitude. Now students, for describing the extent of linear features like a river, road, etc., we need to consider the latitude and longitude of their terminal points. Students, here for example, we have to consider the extent of the river Nile in Africa. Students, here for describing the extent of river Nile, we have to consider the terminal points of the river. The river Nile in Africa originates in Lake Victoria. It is the starting point of the river. Then it flows north and meets the Mediterranean Sea near the city of Alexandria in Egypt. Students, Alexandria city is the end point of the river. So let's describe the location of origin point and end point of the river. The location of Lake Victoria is 0 degree 45 minute 21 seconds latitude and 33 degrees 26 minutes 18 seconds east longitude. Similarly, the location of Alexandria city is 31 degrees 12 minutes north latitude and 29 degrees 55 minutes 7 seconds east longitude. These latitudes and longitudes are considered to describe the extent of the river Nile. Students, with the help of this example, we can describe the extent of linear feature like a river, road, etc. on the earth. Now students, let's learn how to use the graticule with the help of few questions which are based on map of Brazil. Students, with the help of these questions, we will get more information about how to describe the location of a place, the extent of a region, and even the extent of linear features like a river, road, etc. Students, first of all, let's find out location of Brazil on a world map. In the given world map, Brazil is highlighted with red color. You can see here, most of the part of Brazil is below the equator. It means it is in southern hemisphere. And some part of Brazil is above the equator. Brazil is left side of prime meridian. It means it is in western hemisphere. So, the location of Brazil will be southwest. The latitude will be represented by S and longitude will be represented by W. So, the extent of Brazil is 16 degrees south latitude and 48 degrees west longitude. Now students, let's discuss few questions based on map of Brazil. The first question is, which latitude and longitude define the location of the capital of Brazil, Brasilia? Students, observe the given map of Brazil. Now let's consider the Brasilia. Students, we know for describing the location of a place, we need to consider only one parallel and one meridian. So let's consider the extent of Brasilia. Its latitude comes between 10 degree to 20 degrees. So precisely its answer is 16 degrees south latitude. For considering longitude, observe the vertical line which comes before 50 degrees. So, longitudinal extent of Brasilia is precisely 48 degrees west longitude. Like this, we can describe the extent of any place on the earth. The next question is, What would be the longitudinal extent of Brazil that spreads from 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south latitude? Here in the question, latitudinal extent of Brazil is given, which is 5 degree 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south latitude. Now we have to find its longitudinal extent. So the answer is 73 degrees 49 minutes west to 34 degrees 45 minutes west longitude. Let's find this extent of Brazil on a Brazil map. First of all, let's observe the longitudinal extent by the boundaries of Brazil. The vertical arrow in the west direction comes after 70 degree. So, it is precisely 73 degrees 59 minutes west longitude, and its another end is less than 40 degrees. So, it is precisely 34 degrees 45 minutes west longitude. The next question is, in which hemispheres does Brazil extend in the north-south direction? Students, observe the given world map. In the given world map, you can see major part of Brazil is in southern hemisphere and some part of Brazil is in northern hemisphere. So, its extent is in northern and southern hemispheres. So, the answer is Brazil extend in the northern and southern hemisphere in the north-south direction. The another question is, in which hemisphere does Brazil extend in east-west direction? Students, observe the given world map. In the given world map, you can see Brazil is in western hemisphere. So the answer is Brazil extends in the western hemisphere in the east-west direction. The next question is, which parallels and meridians should be used to describe the extent of river São Francisco? Students, here we need to consider the terminal points of the river. So, the river São Francisco originates in the Canastra mountain range in the central western part of the state of Minas Gerais. So, the extent of origin of the river is 21 degrees south parallel and 47 degrees 30 minutes west meridian. Then the river São Francisco flows north and meets the North Atlantic Ocean. So, the extent of this end point of the river is 7 degrees 30 minutes south parallel to 36 degrees 30 minutes west meridian. The last question is, describe the location of Marajo Island using the graticule. Students, we know that for describing the location of a place, we need to consider only one parallel and one meridian. So, the location of Marajo Island using graticule can be described as follows. It is 0.04 degrees north parallel and 51 degrees west meridian. Now let's observe this extent on the map of Brazil. As we observed Brazil location in the world map, Brazil's major part is in southern hemisphere and small part of it is in northern hemisphere. So this Marajo Island is just above the equator in the northern hemisphere. So its latitudinal extent is 0.04 degrees north parallel and its longitudinal extent is about 50 degrees, which is 51 degrees west meridian. Students, with the help of above questions, we understood how to describe the location of a place, the extent of a region, and the extent of any linear feature precisely with the help of parallels and meridians. The graticule is useful for this purpose. Now students, let's recap what we learned today. Today we understood how to describe the location of a place on the earth. While describing the location of a place, we need to consider only one parallel and one meridian. We also studied how to describe the extent of the region on the earth. For describing the extent of a region, we need to consider two parallels and two meridians at the extreme ends of the region. We also studied how to describe the extent of linear features on the earth. For describing the extent of linear features like a river, road, etc., we need to consider the latitude and longitude of their terminal points. Students, at the end of our session, I am giving you one assignment. Please read the lesson carefully and write the answers of these questions in your notebook. I hope this session helps my students to understand how to use the graticule. Thank you.